Theodore Robert Ted Bundy, born 1946 as Theodore Robert Cowell, also known as Chris Hagen, Kenneth Misner, Richard Burton, Officer Roseland, and Rolf Miller. He was an American serial killer, rapist, kidnapper, and a necrophile who assaulted and murdered numerous young women and girls during the 1970s and possibly earlier. Ted was born at the Elizabeth Land Home for Unwed Mothers, 1946, in Burlington, Vermont. His father remains unknown. His mother, Louise, claimed she was seduced by a sailor, but the family members expressed suspicions that it might have been Louise's own violent and abusive father. Since the father was/is unknown, his mother, Louise, made him believe that Ted's grandparents were actually his parents, and his mother, Louise, was his sister. And in the later days, he found out the truth. He found out the truth, and the psychiatrist believe that's the cause of it. No one knows when Bundy began the killing. Bundy told different stories to different people and refused to divulge the specifics of his earliest crimes, even as he confessed in graphic detail to dozens of later murders in the days preceding his execution. In the electric chair, I may add, his victims were always long-haired, attractive brunettes, and the way he did it was that he bludgeoned them down, raped and killed them, so that he can hide them in the woods to come back and commit necrophilia. Well, why did he begin? In college, he met a girl called Stephanie Brooks, and she became his romance, his love, his everything. And she was a rich and attractive long-haired brunette. Ted was always talking about working as a lawyer and studying to a lawyer, see. And since he never did any of that, she left him, and he went deeply depressed and tried to win her back by studying to a lawyer and actually becoming a lawyer. And he won her back. They went so tight so that they talk about marriage. But then one day, suddenly, Ted left without a trace. And then he started to killing, luring long-haired brunettes into his car, pretending to have a broken arm and asking for help with his luggage. At one occasion, he dressed up as a police, and they told her to get in the car. The victim who thought it was the police managed to escape, and it was also she who testified against him in court. Um, he did get arrested, but he escaped. See, first, the time he got arrested, he escaped by asking for permission to go to the prison library to do some study on his case or whatever. I don't know, but and then he jumped out of the window and fled to the woods, stealing food from campus and living in a basic shelter. Then he moved into town again to steal a car, and on the highway, he got recognized by some police officers and got arrested again. And then he was taken to court. And since a serial killer always wants to be in the center of attention, he defended himself in court. And then he got executed the 24th January 1989 at the age of 42 at the Florida State Prison for killing about 35 people